It's a beautiful Monday afternoon here in Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome everybody watching. I appreciate everybody being here. Let's talk about something a little spicy today. It's the holiday season, November, December, and it's so funny because training right now for like all the real estate sales training is like very manipulative, right? It's more like, what can we do to convince people to buy now? And what do we need to do to tell people that they shouldn't have to wait until January or February to buy? And you're either watching this because it's either past the holidays and what are you doing watching this? Or maybe you're thinking about doing it, or maybe you just like watching me. I don't know. What's your deal? So we're going to just go and kind of break down what I think the situation is for most people, and maybe hang out here. This is a live stream, so I will be interacting with my people as well here as well, but I'm gonna try to kind of just give you guys as much value as possible whether you're live or not. Cool. Hope everybody's having a good time here. It is almost a Thanksgiving week. This is one of the first years where we're not hosting in our house, so like we feel very useless. I feel like my sister-in-law messaged us and said, hey, don't bring anything, we got it. I'm like, okay, do you even want us to go over? I went over to your house yesterday and I was like, hey, I got your message to say that we're just useless dumbasses, you don't want us over. Can we at least bring bread or something? I feel like if you're having a family freaking get together, like have them contribute in some way. Like if you want to be one of those guys that are just like, I don't know, like I'm not contributing anything, and those guys suck, don't invite them. But like, dude, tell me can I bring a pie at least? Can I bring some soda, some Dr. Pepper? Out Royal says, Javy coming back faster than rates are dropping. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know if it's that crazy. Can you imagine? Rates are something else right now. I'll just say that much. Jeez Louise, man, what happened? I told you guys, rates dropped like what, a month or 2 months ago? Well, actually, I don't think I was making videos then. But, a lot of us just put so much emphasis on when rates drop. I think just stop waiting for external circumstances, you know what I mean? But I mean, what do we do? Rates are going to go up or down. But anyways, let's talk about some things that I notice during the holiday season buying a house. Like, first of all, if you've bought a house during the holiday season, please leave me know now if you're live or later. I'm curious to know. Give me 1 second. Let me figure something out here. Live stream assets. Where is it? Oh, no. There it is. Perfect. Okay. First things first. Here's the common things that you're going to be hearing if you're looking to buy, like now, and you're talking to an agent. You see that? Pretty clear? For those who are wondering why it looks very similar to my videos, because when I record a video, I actually, I used to record like hitting play on the camera, play on the microphone. But now, where's my pen? I just feel like a freaking useless human being whenever I lose something. Ooh, where's pen? Pen gone? Oh no. Anyways, it's the same setup. So when I make a video, I'm just literally on OBS, I hit record and I just release that. So common thing that you guys are hearing right now, okay? You should buy because competition is low. Let's talk about that. So, when competition is low for buyers, what does that mean? That means that there are, I don't know, let's say look at a neighborhood. There's 10 houses for sale. Worst house drawings in the game, okay? It is what it is. I get so lazy towards the end. I'm like, I just want to give up. Okay, so let's say there's 10 houses for sale. And when the competition is low, there's only, one, or two people looking to buy a house, right? So you have options. So you can go to house A, and if they don't want to play ball, they don't want to reduce their price, you say, fine, we'll go look at 10 other houses. So there's less people looking to buy, therefore it's a better time to buy. Okay, that's what they're meaning. Whereas during the COVID days, if there were 10 houses for sale, for every 10 houses for sale, there was like 50 people trying to buy, and some of those people, let's say they'll do. Well, in this case, I did 5, so I'll do times 10, so 50. And then some of these people were investors or people that had a lot of cash. And a lot of people like to blame the California buyers. I like to blame the investors that were coming in and buying things cash. So anyways, so with competition being low, is that accurate? Well, yes and no. The problem with this is if this was a normal world, yeah, the theory would be true. But what happens if a seller is being stubborn? And they're like, no, we don't have to sell. Like, I think instead of looking at housing as a supply and demand issue, where like, oh, you should buy right now because supply is high, demand is low. I think it's a little more complicated than that. Yes, this is true, and there's some validity there. But I think the seller situation is much more important than that. Okay? Seller situation is much more important than that. If a seller is really desperate to sell, it doesn't matter if it's the holiday season or if it's freaking summer, you're gonna get a good deal. Okay? So right now, I don't want you to think, oh, holiday season, my realtor's telling me the best time to buy. No. You're still gonna do the same thing as if you were looking any other time of the year. When you find a house you like, let's say you like house number 5. What's the seller situation? Don't go say, oh, it's the holiday season, I'm gonna get a good deal. I'm gonna lowball the freaking beep out of you. Good luck with that. It's not gonna work. Instead, find out the seller situation. If they're in a high equity, urgent situation, get your money, honey. Make a low ball offer. Try not to fall in love with the house, though. Go low. If the house is going for $450, I gotta watch today. So today I had a Zillow call that someone, it was like an older lady, and which doesn't matter, but it was very odd interaction that made her laugh. We had a good time. She had her house for sale, and I was just like, oh, so why are you calling Zillow? Why aren't you talking with your listing agent? And she was like, should I be talking with my listing agent? I haven't done this before. I don't know. Why are you asking? And I said, well, no, I'm just curious. That's it. I'm not trying to guide you or tell you what to do. I was just, I've had situations where the seller doesn't get along with the listing agent, and they're doing this. She's like, no, my listing agent's just fine. I was like, okay, cool. And then I usually send a little video after our call, and just like, hey, here's an example of what's next. And I tell them about their 7-day agreement with Zillow, and I just kind of break it down. I guess in the examples I use in that video, I did like $300,000 to $1 million. I said those numbers between $300,000 and $1 million, whatever. I said something like that. And she messages me back saying, I watched her video, and I'm looking to buy a $200,000 to $250,000 house. It seems like this price range is too low for you and a waste of your time. I have decided to call my listing agent and no longer need your services. Thank you. I went back and I was like, whoa. Name. Let's just put her name in there. Give me a name. Jimmy J? No. Oh yeah, you don't need to know what. I said lady, so whatever. Jimmy J? Like, what? Why? Like, I already scheduled the showings. Like, what? She's like, no, it's okay. You can cancel them. Thank you for your time. Like, geez Louise, it's like, lady, what? Anyways, I guess I gotta be careful of the price ranges I throw now. It's like, oh my gosh. Anyways, so $450,000, and let's say the seller owes like, I don't know, $150K. Perfect. They have a nice fat equity position. That means if you look up let's say you look up comps, maybe 430, 440, you offer 420, something lower, you get some closing cost. they're still making a ton of money. So they're in a good equity position. Urgent, are they buying another house? Like, one of the things, whenever I help a seller sell and they have to sell to buy, I never let the other side know, because as soon as someone knows they need their house to close, or else their next deal falls apart, they can just get away with anything, right? Because then if they doesn't work out, you have to cancel the house you're buying, go back on the market, and it settles a chain of events that's just going to be like devastating, right? So it never changes. I don't care where supply is high, demand is low. I think it's something you should apply any time of year. Okay. So this idea that competition is low, yeah, you might find more situations where you'll find a seller with high equity and urgency. But dude, I'm looking right now with people, and some of these sellers are still like acting like their poopy don't stink. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily true. Not necessarily true. Brett Easterbrooks. Actually, instead of reading it, I'm going to try to put it up so people can see it after the fact. I'm a little out of practice. There's look at my pretty face. I'm a little out of practice, so bear with me. One sec. This is the one that's supposed to be coming out. Let's see. Promise this will go a lot smoother next time. And boom. Okay. Now it should work. Boom. Okay. So next time I'll be like blah blah blah. Boom. There it is. I walked away from my first home over 5K. If seller's stubborn, I will be stubborn right back. I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna be a situation, right, where whoever is willing to walk away will win. That's what all my years. I've been doing this over 10 years, and all the life lessons and everything. One thing I've learned is if you give the impression, or you're literally willing to walk away from the deal, you're gonna get what you want. I've had a situation once, at the top of my head I can think of. There was it was a Binzer, like that's when you negotiate inspections, and I sent the seller was like, hey, buyer, I was representing the buyer, we want this and this fixed. Seller agent came back and said, no, we'll do this and that's it. Came back to the buyer, we talked to it after a day or two. We're gonna cancel, no thanks, we don't want the house no more. And I just sent it over. And the guy calls me the next day, hey, why did you do that? I'm like, dude, that's the response you gave us, it's not gonna work. It's like, no, just disregard the addendum. Well, let me work them. And then they came back and they accepted it. And at that point, I wasn't trying to negotiate. I was just literally, okay, it's time to walk and find them another house. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. But because they were like, oh, don't walk away, come back. I'm like, oh, it actually does work to do that. And I've seen it happen on either on my side, where the buyer's telling me this is what we want, or we're literally going to just keep looking, or we're just not going to look for a house anymore. And I go tell the listing agent, hey, this is where they're at, and they're literally going to cancel. Like, they're not moving forward anymore. If we get what they want. Or the seller's side, where we're on the opposite side of the seller's like, I don't care, we're gonna put the house back in the market, we don't have to sell the house, this is what we want, and they get what they want. Now, you don't make a lot of friends, but you get what you want. Anywho, dude, it's Dom. Is it worth to go to California dream for all, or is it a better idea to try and build up a down payment? I think you're asking like if it's a better idea to do like a down payment assistance program, right? Well, we'll talk about that right now. Well, let me stay on the topic though. We'll get to that, okay? So first thing you're gonna be told during the holiday season is competition is low. Yes, you really, you're focusing on identifying high. So there's more chances of identifying a what is it called, a high intent seller, I guess, a high, with the high sense of urgency. So there's more chances of finding those, but really, it should be the same. It's still more important to buy when you're ready, and if it happens to be falling towards the end of the year, then good. If it's not, then you're still doing the same process. I just thought of making a video. I just thought of an idea, like what to do when you find a house you like. Like, what's my process? Like, when do you know to walk away from a house? Brett, hi from Canada. What's up, Brett? Hi. I think it's just frustrating losing a deal over a first-time home buyer because an investor with multiple properties large. Yeah, they were willing to walk away. What's up, Actual Critic? Nice to see you, man. Welcome from Chicago. Love Chicago. I only explored the tourist part of Chicago, so it's totally privileged for me saying it. But I love the touristy part of Chicago's. I love the food there. It's 1% of it, so I'm sure I didn't get the whole experience. But either way, hello. Once interest rates go down to 0%, then we're buying. All right, let's see if that works out. But so that's the first thing you're gonna hear. Competition is low. Right now, one thing on the side of, well, actually, what is the second? Should I say this? I guess I should. Competition is low, so you're gonna get a better deal. First of all, what does a deal mean? Like, I think if you're looking to buy, whether it's today or 5 years from now or 4 months from now, I think you need to identify what it means to get a good deal for you. Like, be really specific, because everyone has a different definition of getting a good deal. I think a good deal for, like, when my wife and I were looking for our dream house, the house we're in today, we wanted a specific, like, we were so specific in what we were looking for that when we found the house that fit all the check boxes, like they were all check marked, the good deal was just to get the house, to secure the house, because we had a lot of baggage. We had to sell a house first. We had to do a contingency where they would wait for us to sell, and then we would buy it, right? So we had a lot of baggage. So for us, it was just, hey, let's get a good deal. Let's make sure the house appraises at the value, which it did, and then we're happy. For some of y'all, it's like, if I don't get 10% off the price, all of my closing costs paid for, so at least 2 to 3% off the price, and if I don't get a massage from the freaking listing agent and seller, I don't want the deal. That's cool. Write it down and communicate that, right? Because, maybe don't be so strict on 10. Maybe do like 5 to 10 or something. I don't know. Be intentional with what it means to you to get a good deal. If you are intentional, then it goes back to number one. Like, it's about identifying a situation or identifying the house that's going to get you the better deal that you're looking for. Also, getting a good deal, geez Louise, doesn't always mean you're going to get the best house. So is it more important for you to get the house that you want, or the house that fits your needs, or get a good deal? Very rarely. It's a Venn diagram, okay? Dude, I'm sorry. Oh gosh, I'm writing a good thing you didn't see this Venn diagram. Dude, every time I see a Venn diagram, am I the only one that thinks about a beehole? I can't be the only one. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the moms watching this. It was inappropriate. So anyways, good deal, best house. Very rarely. I'm sorry, I can't write. Oh god. Very rarely you're gonna get both. Okay. Some of y'all are out here trying to get a good deal, better deal, but are super picky about the house you're looking for. Conversations you gotta have, right? So, are you gonna get a better deal during the holiday season? No. There's just more chances to find high intent sellers that will probably get you the better deal. But really, it's market conditions. It's that the holiday seasons has nothing to do with it. Right now, supply is high because a lot of sellers listed their house and they're not selling at the rate they thought they would. The interest rate crash that was going to happen at the end of the year didn't happen. It only went down for like 3-4 weeks and it went back up again. So they're like, the buyers are like, well, we're not moving forward. The interest rates are too high. Sellers like, well, we have these houses for sale. Please buy them. And we're in this weird situation. And the fact that it happens to be the end of the year, is that really, yeah, sure. I mean, maybe there's something to do with that, but you're not going to magically get a better deal. And I'm sorry. I'm a little guilty about this. Okay. Sometimes I'm just so excited talking to a buyer like, yeah, you're going to get a better deal during the holiday season, you know, because you guys come to me with like these preconceived notions. Like, oh, Javier, I want to buy at the end of the year because I heard that end of the year you're going to get a better deal. And I'm just like, yeah, I've seen people get some great deals at the end of the year. I don't want to be like, well, hold on, John, that's actually not true. You're not going to get, you know, so your agent might not like completely stop you and say, no, that's not true. Right. So you guys, this channel is all about the pre-education that you need to have before you go talk to people. Because even me, once you're talking to an agent, we're not going to stop you to say, hold on, go watch the library of my videos and really get educated before you come talk to me. Once you're talking with any licensed sales agent, lender, real estate, whatever, you're going to get stuck in the whirlwind. So I'm telling you this now because I'm hoping you're watching this before you're looking to buy. What is it? Identify what a good deal means to you. Identify what a good house means to you, and which one do you want to focus on? Sometimes you'll find houses that fit the good house model. Perfect. Sometimes you'll find houses that fit the good deal model. Go for it, right? Just be clear. Juan T. Sorry, Juan. I just want to like, I'm trying to like make this a little more enjoyable for people watching later and like make it more like a podcast where I'm just talking and not just be a pure live stream where I'm like looking at your comments. But I'm used to just reading the comment off and being like, hey, blah, blah, blah. But listeners don't get to see the comments. So I'm trying. Okay, replace that. All right, now let's do that. This doesn't always line up perfectly. That's fine. Juan, for me, a good deal is in a seller. I'm gonna go look up. Actually, I should probably do this because you know what's cool is that that's where my top lens is, my top display. But I bet I can make it look like I'm looking at the comment on the screen. Does it look like I'm looking at it? That's cool. The stuff that excites me. What does Juan have to say? Anyways, Juan says for me a good deal is a seller pays the fees. House sells for below market value, but it actually values for instant equity gain. Yeah, I mean it's hard to find a house that's gonna immediately you're just talking about a house that appraises for more than you're buying it for. That's kind of, you just find it lucky, right? It's hard to kind of find that. But you've identified, hey, it would be nice if I get a house that I buy for lower than appraised value, but if I can just get the seller to pay all my fees for me, then that's a deal. And you could disagree or agree with what Juan has to say, but he's at least illustrated it and he can communicate it clearly. Although Juan, I would probably, that instant equity thing is going to be hard to duplicate. Like when you create any system or any kind of belief, you want to make sure it's being able to be duplicated. You can do it in any market. Not to say you will, but just kind of, and hypothetically, right? And that's going to be hard to do. So maybe you should say, if I can buy it below what I think the house is worth, which means you have to do comps to find the value of the house and whatnot. And by the way, that could be a solid option too. For if you're making your better deal list, is on that being there, like, okay, once, don't worry about the list price too much. That's just the idea of what the seller thinks it's worth. When you find a house you like, have your agent run comps. Yes, I'm still a big believer having an agent. Sorry for all the freaking conspiracy theories out there that don't want our agent. I've always been afraid to say, well, at this point I don't care. Yeah, I mean, agents bring value. So the agent you have them run comps, finding out what the value of the house is. If the value equals the list price, great. If not, then that's a double whammy, because now you're gonna have to bring them down to value and then that. But anyways, once you've done that, then you find out, are you okay just paying value at that time, or are you want to buying below value because you think the market's going down? Are you okay paying above value as long as it, whatever? I don't care what it is, just clearly define it. Good, congrats, Ouija. Securing your house. Nice, very nice. Last but not least, we talked about competition, common myths, or whether how to secure a better deal. Wait, did I name this how to secure a better deal? What did I name this, guys? Holiday home buying secrets. Okay, so this, I guess I am still talking about the secrets that agents are saying. Competition is low, getting a better deal, what's another common? Yeah, I mean, I think I talked about more the negative side of things, where the things that are being told to you and the truth behind them. But I think the really the big one, guys, that you need to know is, it's a common thing now. Like if you're buying a car or a truck, which, by the way, I get an idea in my head, and I just like go. And I got an idea of a Toyota Tacoma in my head like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like dreaming about one now. And I do this with cars. I'll just focus in on a car, and I cannot sleep until I get this car. And I'll get the car, and then I'll get bored of it and I move on, or whatever. But dude, I really want a Tacoma, dude. I want the newer ones. I've been looking at other ones like the ZR2 Chevy, I think, or the Ford, what the hell is it called? The Ranger. But I just like the way the Tacoma looks. I'm not gonna get one soon. It's gonna take a while. But anyways, if you're looking to buy a car, it's common to know that if you go towards the end of a fiscal year or like a quarter, especially when the sales agents are compensation based, that you're gonna get I want to say a salesperson who is, I don't say desperate, but more willing to lose a little bit more, right? Willing to take a hit, willing to take the dealer to take a hit so they can get more like a deal, right? And it's a sales tactic. I think for a lot of agents, there's not a specific number they need to hit by the end of the year, but it's just naturally, it's a slower time for us. There's less people looking to buy. It's just common sense. And when that water is running dry, we're going to be drilling. So let's say there's this nice big river of nice fresh water that usually keeps us sustained. During the holiday season, that river starts drying up, boys. And it becomes a nice little stream. And that little stream, that's the dirt covering it, by the way. Terrible example. There's a little stream there. So what we have to do is go find other ways to get water. We'll start drilling holes everywhere, right? So it's just a slower time for real estate agents and lenders, and we're just going to be out there like grinding. And it's I mean, is that a really secret? I don't think so, but you guys just need to remember, you need to have a game plan of when your ideal home buying situation. Like I go over a lot of my videos about being an excellent home buyer, what that means, right? If you want to use my standards of being an excellent home buyer, that's fine. If you have your own different one, that's fine. But as long as it's clear and concise, if you're not there yet, then it's not time to buy. There's not like, dude, the Black Friday sales, I fall for that shoot all the time. I'm a big sucker for Black Friday sales. Like my wife's name is Mercy. Mercy, the Toyota Tacomas they're doing a Black Friday discount. Yeah, not. I mean, you're gonna get it a little cheaper, but it's not like worth going into debt for. You know, you don't go to your husband or your wife or your partner like, hey, honey, the builder says there's a Black Friday sale. We have to secure a new build by Monday, or else we're not gonna get the super low rate. Just chill. And once again, I'm saying to you, my speech is slurred. No, I'm not drinking. It's just me talking without a script. I don't usually have a script. No, but I'm not drinking. It's funny you think so, though. I can start drinking if you want, but I can't. I don't want to. No. I don't think I want to. But anyways, yeah, no, don't fall for that. Just chill out. It's gonna be okay. You don't have to keep working on yourself. Keep working on your situation. If it now is landing that you are in the ideal situation, you're like, all right, let's test out the market, see what happens. Then follow the process. You know, make sure you identify the right situation. This is making me really realize I need to put everything on paper so that way I can teach it to you guys more clearly. But anyways, for everybody that's watching this after the fact, now ends the portion of the actual video content. So if you're gonna stick around, thank you. I'm gonna do some Q&A for the rest of the live stream. But if you got some content out of it, leave in the comment below. Next time, you know, if you guys like the live streams more, let me know if you liked it, or if you prefer me to do typical videos, that's fine too. I enjoy the live streams. You guys get to actually see that I'm not just half-assing what I'm saying. It's actually legit. Car manufacturers want to close their quarter floor high. They're willing to push deals, but not all cars are losing value assets. Yeah, no, I think my point about the sales thing, I don't doubt car salespeople are like, there's not a reason. I know there's a reason for them to do it, for sure. What I'm saying is just a reminder that there's sales tactics or sales things happening, and we don't have a end of the year sale that we have to meet or anything like that, but we have like needs. You know, we have families to feed, and a lot of agents are going to be pushing for sure more of a sale. You know what I mean? All right, let's go back and answer some questions I missed. Thank you guys for staying tuned. If you guys stayed over. Humanity, there was a article that said raising property taxes would help home availability. That would be interesting to look at. How do I, let's see. Has OBS Streamlabs fixed their... They said they were going to release a thing where you can put your chat up. Let me see. Super chat highlight. See if they do that. No, it doesn't work still. Sad. Anyways, and Ampball, they need to make a law where corporations can't buy houses unless it's more than a certain amount of years old. That's if the lawmakers were concerned about the people, that would be something they would do, but unfortunately they're more concerned about corporations that feed them. So I think it's better off learning how to self-sustain before hoping on our government stepping in to help us. Let's see. What does it say? An hour? That's weird. Am I logged in? Is anyone on Twitch watching this? Probably not. I haven't done Twitch in so long. All right, we're gonna do some Q&A session now. So you guys, if you have a question for me, let me know. I'm just going back real quick and I'm seeing if sorry about that, guys. Jeez Louise. Calm down, will you? Checking to see if there's anyone on Twitch. No. Oh, that's for nothing. 0 viewers. Okay, cool. Wait, it's not live. Am I not live? Why am I not live? That sucks. Anyway, sorry guys. Questions. Dude, it's Dom. Is it worth it to use a California Dream for All? For those who don't know, it's a down payment assistance program. Or is it a better idea just to try to build up a down payment closing cost without the state being involved? My philosophy on down payment assistance, which is my opinion, not one you should adopt, you can definitely come up with your own, is down payment assistance should be used to sustain your savings account, not make up for the fact that you don't have the savings. Meaning, if you have $15,000 and you're buying a house, regardless of what anyone says, don't go and save a little bit more and then go spend it all and be left with $0. That point, if you're gonna do it, get a down payment assistance program, so that way yes, you're gonna have a higher rate, yes, you're gonna have a higher monthly payment, but you get to retain those savings instead of having to waste them. That is my philosophy. So what you should do, I mean, if you have a similar philosophy, then yeah, use the California Dream for All and keep your savings. If you have a different philosophy where you don't want anyone's help, you want to do this on your own, then continue to save. Mr. Shake, when can we buy a house or home with Bitcoins? I think is when lending accepts Bitcoin. Actual critic Javi, great to see you again. Oh yeah, we saw. Sorry. What's up? How are you doing? Siete, should I get an agent when getting new construction? Great question. Honestly, agents don't do too much during the new construction process. We're kind of just another. I think there's a lot of value. Like me personally, I bring a lot of value when I'm shopping around lenders with you. I'm sorry, builders with you. So like I've been to so many of them. Before we go into a builder, I'll be like, hey guys, just don't accept the water, right? They're gonna offer you a water bottle. Don't accept it. If you want a water bottle, that's fine. Get it after you've talked to them and just go grab it from the fridge. But they're just like priming you to say yes. So say no. Go in there and have the list of the houses you're going to look at already, or ask for the list, ask for the key, move on, right? Try to keep the sales conversation, unless you're really sure you want it, then you can have a conversation with the agent, but don't sign in if you don't have to. Anyways, the point is I bring a lot of value there, but once it's signed, contract is signed, there's not really much for us to do. It's for the builder's contract, the builder's process. We're kind of just going on for the lie ride. So listen, builders have already accounted for 2 to 3% of their price to go towards the agent that helps bring the buyer. If you don't bring an agent, that 2 to 3% just goes to their pocket. It doesn't go to you. So if you're okay making the builder the extra 3% of money off the money they're making off of you, then don't bring an agent. But if you just like someone that's an agent, your cousin, your friend, your YouTuber, whatever, and you want an extra pair of eyes from someone more experienced, don't expect too much out of them. But hey, you at least know, hey, those whatever percentage the builder didn't keep, I gave it to a good friend of mine, but hopefully helps out more or something. El PT Atomico, what do you think about new houses from Lennar using Lennar mortgages? Any advice? Thanks. El Pete Atomico, sorry you said. Lennar is like really cheap right now because their end of the year sales are just insane. So any builder will have to make you use their builder's lender. And the thing is, some people are so like, oh, Lennar sucks or KB Home sucks. The same Lennar one city can be completely different Lennar 2 cities away, like 40 minutes away. It's if there's one superintendent going through a divorce right now and is having really terrible time with their trades, that house will suck. The other Lennar, that freaking superintendent can just come back from a Tony Robbins conference and then it's just been on the roll for the last 4 months, you're gonna get a good house. Do your research with the superintendent and who's working the neighborhoods, not necessarily the company itself. Crypto Sapido just jumped back from the market after being priced out in 2020. Placed our first offer last week and it was outbid by someone offering $20,000 over list price. Dallas, Texas. Yeah, I mean, it happens. You just move on, man. Someone wanted the house more than you. Competition is still high for good homes that are priced right. Yeah, sure. That is a very good point. But try not to take your hits. You're gonna get punched in the face sometimes. Hey Javier, thanks for the videos. I learned a lot last month. We put our earnest money down. Nice, dude. Do I have little buttons here? No, I don't. I would, if I had a button celebrating you, I would push it right now. Congratulations, brother or sister. I don't know who you are. Juan T, on a car, you want to check how many days a car is on the market, and more time, the more they're willing to come down. Oh, just giving a lot of car advice. I like it. Is more interactive for the type of content you do. Oh, I think you're responding to like my comments at the end. Cool. I know you mostly talk about houses, but any tips for buying a condo? Dude, freaking moths. I left my door open like overnight, unfortunately, and a lot of freaking bugs flew in. I mean, dude, it should be about the same. The only difference is you want to make sure you really investigate the HOA to, I'd say if you're buying a condo, you're probably more inclined to talk to some neighbors. And I tell people that buy a house all the time, go knock your neighbor's door, talk to them, get a feel for the neighborhood. No one ever does it. With a condo, I think it's like required. Go knock your up, downstairs, left, right neighbor and just get a feel for the HOA, get a feel for the neighborhood. I think that's really the only adjustment I would make. Because you're as a condo owner, you're buying the air inside your unit and a percentage of the building, including your area building. So you're literally you're buying into a business. You're a partner in a business, so you want to talk to your partners. Alan, if you had a house to sell, would you try to list it ASAP or target for spring after the Super Bowl? Dude, I've had people trying to sell their house right now that are priced really well and they're not selling. If you're listing right now, you need to price it at a discount, unfortunately, to sell. If not, then hopefully it sells in January. If I had a house to sell, I would probably wait till the beginning of the year because I would have to discount it heavily right now. Andy Rue, question. I want to get a second house with the intention of being my primary later on. Does this affect my loan? I do plan to sell my current house after. I think it's about your current intention. It would be fraudulent for you to buy a house saying it's not a primary residence with the intention to make your primary residence shortly after you move in. So I would say have the intention to buy it as your second house, and life changes. Life happens. You never know. But if you're telling me right now, you're putting it on paper that you're planning on selling and becoming primary occupancy, I would be careful with that, with putting it out there. Ambush, that name sounds familiar. What's going on, man? What area of Phoenix Metro do you think is the most walkable, bikeable? I want to say your downtown areas. I want to say like, downtown Phoenix area, places, suburbs area. There's not really a lot of people walking and biking, you'll find your specific neighborhood. Like I live in a neighborhood that's like a little bit more old school, where everybody walks and bikes, picks up their kids and everything. There's like events in their downtown community, but still, I would even argue that where I live, there's a downtown nearby. So really figuring out where the downtown gatherings are and around those neighborhoods around there, usually people bike and walk a lot. Whew, that was a little rapid fire of everybody to ask questions. So hopefully you guys stick around and got that watched. Listen to those questions being answered. Let's see. But yeah, no, it's been a good time. It's good seeing you guys back. I know I haven't done a live stream in a very long time. What happened? I got busy with real estate, but honestly, what video did I make? I made a video. I was in a good little flow state. Here, let's talk about I'm eating up time. Like, you guys feel free to ask questions now. I'm just eating up time because I finished all the questions. So please, if you have any questions, leave them below. So I'm just gonna talk about this for a little bit. So I made it was like August, June, July, August, September. Yeah, maybe not gonna buy a house. Did okay. Big problems with FHA. Did okay. You know, I was doing pretty good. August 6th, August 8th, August 15th, August 25th, and I took like a 2-month, August, September. Yeah, like 2-month break here. What happened? Well, I don't know what happened. I just I kind of just like, it wasn't like watching other people's content. It wasn't anything like that. I just like took a big old pooper, man. Just like, I have no motivation to make videos right now. I think what people don't know is YouTube, like, you put a piece of your like, if you think about each one of these videos, it takes me about 30 minutes to shoot. Some of them I get help editing, some of them I don't, but literally a piece of my day, my life's energy goes into making this video, and then I put it out there. And sometimes it gets received well, sometimes it doesn't, like this one. And it can get to the point where it's just like, oh my gosh, this is just too much. And I wasn't even feeling that. I just literally I couldn't do it. I was just like, I'm good. And luckily, when you take a break from something, you come back and you're like, okay, I want to come back. I want to make videos. I want to educate. And slowly but surely, I'm back now. A little more consistent. 4 videos in a month, probably not my favorite. I probably want to do more. But yeah, man. July was okay too. But August, I was really, a lot of the negative stuff. That's what I see. See a comment here. What's up, James? Leon, what things other than crime rate for neighborhood should I research? The other things I can think of are internet and HOA. The thing about a neighborhood is you're buying a snapshot in time. Like, you can do very thorough research on a neighborhood, but you're buying the snapshot of whatever that moment was. I've had neighborhoods that move in and they're terrible and become really good neighborhoods after a few people move out. I've had neighborhoods that, like for example, where my father-in-law lives. I remember when I started dating my then girlfriend, now wife, it wasn't too bad. But then, like, was it mid 2010s? I think is when fentanyl really took off. There was like a house 2 doors down that they started like become like a, like, sell. I'm assuming they would sell stuff because there's be people all day and night driving by, stopping there, and then driving away. Became like a hub, or like, I guess if I needed good drugs, I knew where to go. But unfortunately, that brought a lot of crap in that street, and that street became terrible. Cars were being broken into. Our car got broken into once we were stopping to visit. It was just like a horror. It was like, it brought anxiety moving to that neighborhood. If you would have done research on that neighborhood when you sold that, bought a house there, you would have. This is a terrible neighborhood to live in. Then now it's like kind of better now. So I think a lot of us like to gather, and you should gather a good snapshot of where things are now, but you learn more about someone's or a house or someone's situation by learning the story behind it. And in order for you to learn a story about somebody or thing, you need to interview the actual person. You need to interview people that knew that person. How do you do it with a house? You can't interview the house, but really trying to understand why the seller's selling, and really talking to the neighbors, and not just like basic questions, like really talking to the neighbors, which if you're not a social person, have your agent do that. So yes, you can do all the research you want, but honestly, for me, my favorite thing to do is figure out the story of that house in that neighborhood. A neighbor, especially a nosy neighbor, will tell you a lot. I recommend you spend the time doing that. My wife said, just put you on the TV and Evie keeps shouting, Dad, please acknowledge her. Hi, Evie. Hi, baby. Oh my gosh. I feel like my heart exploded. I have to go now. But anyways, guys, it's been a good time. I hope everyone, or if you're watching this later, thanks for stopping by. It's gonna be give her a shout out and she'll subscribe. She better not have a YouTube. And yeah, no, but everyone else, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. I hope if you have any questions or anything, I'll try to check out the comments here for the next maybe week or so. Or for a while, leave a comment with the question. Either me or someone will help you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Hope you have a great holiday season. Take advantage of whatever opportunities you come across your way. Make sure to do your due diligence. Talk to your neighbors. Do the thing. All right, guys. See ya later.